welcome to your weekly overview from the Cosmo. Right, as you can see, I've gone back to the old way of placing the cards and I've turned them around in a different direction. Get my brain into gear for once, hey. So hopefully, I still kind of think that they look nicer when I do the daily when they are closer. But to do a weekly overview, it allows me to put 5 cards out that you can actually see. And I can put them out a little bit more clearly. So the overall concept of the week is the Knight of Cups. We have Monday, which is the 9 of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Swords and the 4 of Wands. So this week is a week where we're waiting for the movement and we're going to see the movement. And I have done a video for the weekend, but briefly, I'm doing this on Saturday with a cracking headache, and it could be because I've started a juicing diet. But I do say to people also, with Jupiter talking to Saturn, big planets that talk, I have found before that people can find that they do get headaches for some reason. It can be the alignments of the planets taking 12 years and 29 years to get to that one spot, to have that dance, to have that conversation. So, Saturday the 24th and Sunday, that Jupiter is a trine, and remember what I've said about trine, it's supporting something, it's reaching out, it's about things falling into place. The moon has activated this, so it's a time now where it's a bit like the dust is starting to settle, things are starting to come back down. Jupiter is asking for growth in a way, it's prospering, it's happiness, it's luck. Saturn is the stabilizer on the bike, the structure, the solidness. Saturn is your father, the wise gentleman, the man that kind of knows everything, the person that you go to with the fountain of knowledge, but he means business. So it's taking stock this weekend. Jupiter is all about your home and family, your property, and Jupiter's in Cancer till about 16th, 17th of July. So we're still on the roll of property, renovations, parents, roommates, growth and protection, the rooted part of your life. Saturn is in Scorpio, so it may play out in attractions, divorce, life, death, passings, reproductive needs, your loans, your money, your tax, your inheritance. So in some way you might find that you expand your world this weekend to do with that, but I do have a sense that it's a lot money related, family and property related. What are you committing to? What can you let go? We've had such a stampede and such a rush. A lot of people there have been accidents, there have been unpredictabilities, and people have felt a little bit knocked by that. And I guess we all rushed with Mars going direct, hoping that we would all meet the traffic jams alive, but really Mars is still getting off the runway. Mars will take time to get off the ground, and you should see him flying off the ground in June. So give him chance to, Red Bull give him wings, give him chance to fly. And at the moment he's still walking and gathering speed, but next week or this week, as I do this for you, from the 26th onwards will be when we'll start to get to see that alignment. So you're looking for structure, you're looking for things to be stable or stabilizers around, maybe it's your mortgage or your finances, and that's the kind of role or how we're playing this role at the moment. What I'm looking at this week is we have the moon going into Taurus when it gets towards Monday, so that's more practical. Taurus rules your income, it's love, money, or the money flow. So our money flow, when we get into that Taurus energy again, we'll all be thinking income and money around the Monday, Tuesday. Venus is the female, remember, so again Taurus likes food, it likes taste, it likes luxury, it likes 5 stars. Now at the end of this week we have the new moon in Gemini, we have Mercury going into Cancer, and we have Venus going into Taurus. Taurus loves love, it will excel, everyone will be loved up. When Venus is in Taurus, it wants 5 stars, it wants beauty, it likes nice food, nice wine, nice holidays. It looks to feel good, we like to feel good, that solid earthy approach. You want the flowers to look nice, you want everything to look beautiful in your life. So we're going to spend from next week the whole 30 days within that. A lot of Taurians will excel in business and work, ways to make money, but you out there will be attracting love and attracting things in the bigger sense. May the 28th is when we have that new moon coming into Gemini, and this is about your dance card when I talk about the Gemini aspect. The card of the week, it's about the movement that's coming in through our minds, our thoughts. It's all about agreements, writings, flirtatiousness with Gemini, transport, neighbours, short trips, vehicles, brothers, sisters. It's a boost in that arena of life, new ideas, books, columns, being offered jobs, writing. It's that kind of creative aspect that you're all going to find the flow of. When I deal with the cards, like the card of the week is, you can just about see it because the light's shining on it, it's the Knight of Cups. Now the Knight represents somebody coming towards you in love. It represents offers. Everything is coming in, and that's the card of the week. So when you have the card of the week or the overall aspect of the week, it's about offers, it's about agreements. Knight of Cups is something being offered towards you, whether it's romantic, whether it's that night out, whether it's that agreement, whether it's that job. So it's a week where the offers are coming in, and I have said I do think it's a week of people getting more clarity. So the Nine of Wands on Monday is your higher mind, your thinking around every situation, because it'll be going into a Taurus moon. You'll be looking at the practical approach in some form, in some way, and the practical approach is about get grounded, get solid, stability really. With Taurus, you like stability, and as you start to move forward here, you know, the Page of Cups is very much for me the communication. Tuesday, Wednesday, communication is really going to start to come in. Doorways will open, people will hear from people, you'll hear about that job, you'll hear about that interview. Things will start to really get clarity. Page of Cups, Page is generally communication. It can mean children, it can mean a minor, it can mean children, but generally this is about communication. And with this card here, the offers and agreements coming in, it's telling you there'll be a lot of talk and thought action. Here we've got the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords is always about movement, and that will be on Wednesday with the new moon in Gemini. So it'll create a lot more movement for everybody and a lot more boost in those writings. And funny enough, myself, yeah, I did have not an issue with a neighbour. Let's just say she feels like, you know, people shouldn't park where she wants them to park, and that was neighbour related for me this week. I've had to do a few short trips around my local area, and again that's Gemini, short trips, distance travel coming in. It also rules vehicles, so if you're around family as well, brothers, sisters, having negotiations, talking to them, finding out how they're going on. Now there is a Sun Moon square to Neptune around the new moon. Now remember what I said about squares. Squares are obstacles, squares are on the dance floor, square will kick your shin, square will put obstacles. He doesn't dance, he doesn't play fair. So a square means that there would be an obstacle, and Neptune in the 12th house is the obstacle to a degree. Now I kind of think it'll just mellow out the Gemini new moon. I think it'll be about reality checks and maybe not seeing the bigger picture. Maybe you might be in a little bit of a disillusionment about what you're agreeing to, what someone's talking to. It can mean sometimes deception. So if you're having agreements or talks, what I would say, just be careful of that Neptune, that you're not being deceived in some way. Neptune sometimes is let's dream, let's listen to the music, let's relax, let's be inspired, bring on the aspiration. So on a positive note, it can bring on that whole creative side on a dreamy level, but I do think it'll make more contact, dreamy, more drifting sense instead of more direct, which Gemini is. But I have said delusions, I'm not say secrets, but I do feel sometimes you don't always see the bigger picture. Neptune can be fog. So if you're having conversations with people about business, about relationships, anything in general, with Neptune around it, yeah, the obstacle is you mightn't see the bigger picture. So just be clear with that. 4 Wands at the end of the week, fantastic card, because that is about house and home. It can mean date night, it can mean doing things to property. It generally means someone is coming into your life on a positive level, and it can mean new romantic energies. So also we'll be going, as we approach the weekend, we'll be going into the Cancerian moon, we'll be going into Mercury in Cancer, we'll have Venus and Taurus. So the end of the week is date night, the end of the week is people coming in and opening the door around relationships. You might even meet someone new, but it is a time where I kind of think that that's going to be flowing in. Now remember, Mars in Libra, this is about, you know, very much trying to align relationships for us, business partnerships, clients. So it's already got that kind of undertone or flow to it where things are being very positive. Mars in Libra till July is trying to get everybody in the right and correct relationship, or to have balance in your relationship. You know, the steam will be rising when Mars goes into Scorpio second half of July. That's when the Vavavoom comes in. But this is, remember, Mars they'll be a little bit pushy. You'll all feel at the moment like you want it yesterday. And it is about taking an ease, taking a flow, taking a steady path around this. You know, it's important. Venus in Taurus will give you everything good, everything nice, everything sweet. It will make you feel loved, it will make you attractive. I've only just started going back on a diet, so again I'm really wanting to change things in my life. It's about me, making me feel good. The Aries, your identity, who you are. So this week is about things starting to change. Watch that deception, watch things hidden. I will say with that Neptune, it will make you more dreamy. And dreamy can be good to a degree, because I kind of think dreamy is a more romantic energy when Gemini is normally more brain orientated. So I do think it will be a week of you rethinking the higher mind, new skills, new ideas. Remember, Gemini is reinventions. Gemini is two minds. It brings in the quirkiness, the funniness, the lighter side. Geminis like laughter. They're quite quick-witted, quick thinking. So your mental mind will be overboard, because June is going to bring in a lot of Venus energy. There's going to be Venus days, and I'll go into them. Venus days, we'll like them. Venus days are either money days or love days, and there'll be 4 or 5, I do think, in June, even from, I think the first one could be around the 4th of June, so we're already starting to get there. But this week is when, yeah, Red Bull gives you wings. This next week is new moons are new ideas for 2 weeks. The whole 2 week is a great new ideas, pushing that business out, going for interviews, getting it, sealing it, especially in June with those Venus days, money days. Congratulations, you're really starting to get off the landing pad. Remember the key card, that key card is very much for me, something coming in, something offered towards you. The higher mind is saying think about it on Monday. Taurus, value money, communication opening, things starting to really get quick and take off the bat this week. Right, I'm going to cut that short, and I will try and add on to that a little bit for each sign for next week, because someone has passed comment, you do like the signs, and so I will see that I can add it on to the weekly overview of what's coming in. Know that it is going to be a great week. Don't expect too much all within days when Mars goes direct. Allow him to gather speed, because June will be the month that I do feel a lot of you will be happy with. July is where we're heading up to, because second half of July no planets will be retrograde, so really July has been the safe haven, the island. We're swimming towards that, but this is about now you having reality checks. June will be, you're going to want respect. June will be that you're going to not put up or shut up with how people have spoke to you and how things have been in the past. This is going to be the new you in June. You're going to want a whole lot more than you've had before, and that's going to be about, hang on a minute, how are you talking to me, how are you speaking to me? I don't kind of think that I want that. I want respect. I want you to behave in a kind of different manner. So we're good at June. Spoon is going to be quite a juicy month, to say the least, but we're heading near the end of the month now where things are really starting to take shape. 4 wands can mean, yeah, house moves for some of you, or thinking about house moves. 4 wands can mean, you know, a romantic partner, somebody coming in, there's a male, or it's a card of celebration, put it that way. So at the end of the month we're all going to be celebrating 28th to 30th. It's a good week ahead. Have a fantastic week. Know that life is changing, and it is going to start to finally take shape after many months, where the last 6 or 7 months your life has been stuck. Wait to see what happens next. Have a wonderful week ahead, and thank you for listening to the Cosmo. Hello dear Capricorn, and welcome to your Cosmic Wave of the Week from May the 26th. Right, the cards that you have here are the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the King of Swords. It feels to me as if there's a more confidence energy coming in for Capricorns this week. You're starting to kind of wake up a little bit, and because you've got Pluto, which is about destruction, retrograde in Capricorn at the moment, it's giving you a sense of going backwards to rebuild your life. Now when Pluto goes direct in September, you should be king of the castle. You should have built what you need to be, and at the moment, yeah, it's asking you to go back, to dig deep into your soul, to the underworld, to really have a look about what it is you want and where you're going to, and to get more confidence within your life and to make a decision. Jupiter's asking for growth around key relationships. So this is all leading to the greater potential, even if it's in love relationships or business partnerships. So again, this card here is highlighting something blossoming. So this is about key relationships. Maybe you're committing to something. It is about the greater potential of that person, of that partnership, or of that client, or that business partnership for you. So Saturn's asking you to cement something. And again, this is about your aspirations, your friends online, social circles, networking, where can I find the freedom, new original ideas, more social time. So you're wanting to be more sociable, and you might kind of feel that, I call them your wheelie bins of life, that you're wanting to come out your wheelie bin, you're wanting to be more sociable, you're wanting to change how you feel and look. So you're wanting to reconnect with people again, because sometimes you connect and then take a step back. So this is about you wanting to reconnect with people and having the confidence to do it. And the new moon for you for the 2 weeks is the next level with work, co-workers, paperwork, getting the health sorted, the pets, the daily task, the daily living in life. So if you've struggled with your health in some way, the new moon is asking you to look at that, to deal with that, take away some of the stresses, dealing with co-workers. So it's quite a week of things starting to change and starting to move forwards. The card in your emotional sector is this Ace of Wands. So that is about a relationship building or blossoming and going on to the next level. More than anything, it has the potential to be love or to go into something on a long-term basis, but it's when you release that, and that could be September when Pluto goes direct in Capricorn. You're rebuilding things, but it is about the potential of that love, potential of your life. Ace of Wands, look at it blossoming. Let go in the middle of that tightness, but this is about something really moving forward, or you opening up on an emotional level. For your communication sector, the Two of Wands is the card of communication. It's the card of tackling, so you'll be doing a lot of communicating this week, a lot of talking. You will be ready to be out there. You will say, actually, yeah, I'm mixing with friends and mixing online, I've got lots of ideas, I've got lots to say, lots to do. So in your communication sector, we won't be able to zip you this week. You'll be talking, over talking, lots to say, lots of original ideas, and really running with the wind this week. So a great week for communications. In your work and finance sector for Capricorns, you've got the King of Swords. So this is about you rising to the challenge, dealing with it, having the knowledge to deal with it. It's the King of Swords is always someone that is ready to tackle a situation in a professional manner. You have all the knowledge, you have all the answers. So on a work and financial sector, you may be having a lot of discussions with people. Remember, I did say the new moon was about new levels of work and new co-workers, so you might be talking or giving those ideas. You might be talking about a new level of work with someone. If you work for yourself, you might be talking about some original new concepts, and you will have the knowledge to put forward with those talks. But in your work and financial sector, it means that you are ready for the challenge. You have the ideas, you have the answers, you have something to move forward with. And look at that Two of Wands. If you're doing all the communicating, you're going to have a lot to say, a lot of brainstorming, a lot of new ideas. So you're really going to feel at the top of your game, and your confidence is going to start to flow back. So quite a good week for Capricorns on the work front. Communicating, now hey, that's a first for you, because sometimes you don't want to. So this is a great week to open up the communications, but also about you looking at the growth and great potential of a partnership, whether it's love or business. Thank you for liking and sharing. Have a wonderful week, dear Capricorn. Please feel free to listen to the daily inspirations that I put on YouTube or the weekly overview. And until next week's Cosmo or Daily Scope, bye bye for now.